Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. All right, so this is the second video I made yesterday, but I I forgot to turn my mic back on. So this is going to be not a first reaction, but a second reaction. And instead of my just um, watching it completely through, I'm probably going to stop it here or there to try to remember the commentary I made for the first time. But um, one thing, okay, honest trailers. I haven't done an honest trailer. Usually almost 11 p.m. It's time for me to get a shower and get my butt in bed. I haven't done an honest trailer reaction in a while. I mean, I love honest trailers, but I just hadn't brought myself to do one. But an honest trailer for Madam Web, after seeing how bad this movie truly is, again, not the steaming dumpster fire I thought it was going to be based on what others said, but still a bad movie, as we will talk about during this. Um, yeah, I just, I had to react to the honest trailer. Sorry. So here we go. Yep. Come on, stupid computer.
From a screenwriting duo making a good case for AI, and the studio who actually thought we'd pay for Morbius twice, comes Sony's latest spinoff to put the S&M back in.
Okay, first of all, that that look with that visor thingy. I mean, the suit itself, from what I've seen from other pictures, wasn't bad. But that whole visor thingy with the big red lips, what were they thinking? I get trying to pay homage to the Cassandra Webb of some of her looks in the comics, but I mean, heck, they might as well just put the blindfold. I mean, that would have looked better than that.
Spider-Man.
And when you take on the responsibility, great power will come.
Really, they had to bastardize the line. Really, you had to, in your attempt to connect this with Spider-Man, take what we all know: with great power there must also come great responsibility, or with great power comes great responsibility, and invert it. When you take responsibility, great power will come. I'm just, oh Lord.
Ooh, so bad.
Yes.
I love it. Madam Web.
I don't know, but then again,
Ever wonder how Peter Parker started off his life as a baby? Boo.
Yeah, no. And I guess it's kind of one of those things again. It's like a car wreck. You know you don't need to be looking, but you can't take your eyes off of it.
Question answered. Now switch gears for a baffling prequel about saving three teenagers from Peruvian Man because he dreamt that one day they'd all be in a comic book movie together.
They're teenagers.
Okay.
Because he dreamt that one day they'd all be in a comic.
Okay. So I have to say, why was it? And I'll try not to stop every 5 minutes, even though there's so much to say about this thing. Why is it? And those suits look good. I think they look pretty good, except for the whole Spider-Woman weird face under the chin thing. I mean, why would they not make it either a full thing or more like the other girls? I get it. Again, they're trying to pay homage to the Spider-Woman costume from the comics, which it's I think a good adaptation of. But like I said, they could have given her lenses, or like at least get a little bit more. I can understand maybe leaving the ears out or something, but I don't know. But other than that headpiece, I think the suits look good for the 4 minutes maybe that we saw them, and that's it.
Comic book movie together.
They're teenagers now. But in the future, they have powers.
Will we see those powers outside a dream sequence?
In the future, they also have powers.
The girls? The girls have powers in the
They have
future?
powers.
We will not, but we will see our hero fight against her greatest nemesis, Cans.
Get the latest Pixel phones and enjoy big savings when you sign up with Google Fi Wireless. Visit googlestore.com to learn.
Come on, Dakota. You can open this. Pop that top. Did Pepsi only send you one can? I find that really hard to believe.
Okay, now this is something that I think I noticed once, like when she was fidgeting with it in the hospital, but I didn't realize how many times through the movie they did this. I don't know if it was a gag or whether Dakota Johnson really just had problems opening it, but it's just like, what?
Watch Dakota Johnson showcase her trademark text-to-speech acting style
Ben, why are you even doing that there?
that ranges from low-key
Am I on the right train?
I don't know, man.
to aloof
You're pressing the burgers again.
Yeah, they're ruined now.
to completely checked out.
I just want to go home and watch Idol.
In fact, she went full method for the press tour.
It was so cool. It was like extremely exciting and
Her character, Cassie Webb,
Yeah, she
may be
says that's
socially awkward
Her little boy wanted to say thank you.
Take it. Just take it.
and make fun of her coworker's burgers so hard that he dies.
Are you pressing the burgers?
I'm releasing the fat.
That's called flavor, man. Plus, it's like really flammable.
You're pressing the burgers again.
Yeah, they're ruined now. Come on!
But
I'm sorry. The dialogue in this movie is so bad. So bad. I mean,
But there's actually no second half to that sentence. She just does both of those things. Saves a cat, though. Now you have to like her. Them's the movie rules. Journey to the part of the Amazon where Thor takes his spa days. When Cassie's mom, is bitten by a spider during childbirth, she'll gain abilities that only emerge when she's dunked in water. Because spiders love water. That's why there aren't any famous rhymes about washing them out. Now, she'll have the power to reboot Groundhog Day for minutes at a time, on occasion.
I can see the future. Kind of.
And since Dakota is not going to learn how to fight for this dumb movie,
really?
she'll use her powers to run over the bad guy with multiple stolen vehicles.
Coming through.
Just don't forget to cover your tracks. You missed a spot. Watch Cassie become a true.
Yeah, I was like, really? You're gonna take the license plates off with all the, like, that's gonna hide the damage to the vehicle or the other numbers?
Madam by taking in a brothel's worth of traumatized teenage runaways.
I had a few rough years in school when my parents were divorcing.
My parents aren't around either. I think they resent how having a kid messed up their lives.
My dad got deported 6 months ago. My mom died when I was 5.
My mom's in a psych ward.
There's Maddie, who gives the finger to any authority who'd question why she ollies over nothing into oncoming traffic.
Jesus.
Sydney Sweeney is Julia, a schoolgirl who, come on, be normal. Be normal. Wants to, and the other one.
Right. Okay.
Together, they'll bond over getting ditched by a jaded, indifferent sourpuss.
I'm gonna be back in a few hours. I'll be gone a week.
Get the latest Pixel phones and enjoy big savings when you sign up with Google Fi Wireless.
Until they all learn that on a long enough timeline, kidnapping turns into adoption.
Okay. I'm just gonna little commentary again here. So again, this shot, which as I look at it again, is that the same position the three of them were in exactly when after they knocked Ezekiel through, and then they just put in a different background? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. The main reason I say that is because the look of Maddie having her arms behind her like that is just kind of like same position. So okay, as I said, I mean, I think the suits look pretty good, and even the blurred out red Cassandra suit looks good. It's just that freaking visor. What in the world were they thinking for that? And again, for Julia Sidney Sweeney's eyes being out rather than having some type of lenses, kind of weird. But anyways, and one little other pet peeve I'm going to say about this. Okay, so the characters. Again, on Anya Corazon, Aranya. Of course, they don't use their comic names at all. But again, Anya Corazon, which is the character's name. Martha Maddie Franklin, one of the Spider Women, use her names, same names from the comic. So why instead of Julia Carpenter, as her Spider Woman's name is in the comics, they change it to Cornwell or something like that? That made like no sense to me whatsoever. And of course, Cassandra Webb. Why did they change one name? No freaking.
Pepping turns into adoption.
This woman's trying to abduct us.
What? No! Shh! This is still not a kidnapping, okay?
Are you all immediate family?
Yes. They're all mine.
Oh, God.
Well, don't say it like that. Now it's creepy. Finally, she'll discover her stalker is Ezekiel Sims, the man who was in the Amazon with her mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
And since Sony hates fun, that line isn't even in the movie.
All I know is that she was researching spiders.
But don't worry, still plenty of dumb ones to go around.
I need to stop him before he kills those girls.
But I can't do what he can do. I can't do the leapy, crawly, like death poison. Hope the spiders were worth it, Mom. Don't do dumb things.
He's constantly setting people up to ask about his backstory, but never gets any takers.
I will not give up everything I've built. In the future, that will destroy me and everything I've built.
Built what? The terrarium? Shosha's necklaces? But the real backstory is how most of his dialogue is ADR'd over shots of his actual back.
You have no idea of the torment and torture of dying over and over again. As long as it has the ability to find those women now, before they get their powers. And you still have found nothing? How could you have kept 3 teenagers hidden for a week? It's a good thing you had no idea today was the day you were going to die.
Or just poorly synced with his mouth.
You're just like your mother.
Yes.
I agreed to provide security for you because I thought you were close to finding the spider. I came from nothing, less than nothing. I will not give up.
The dubbing sessions for this movie are my Snyder cut. So swing back to when we were constantly dropping references to 2003, which was the style at the time.
So sad about Martha Stewart.
This track is going to be huge. Are you in the zone? This is Britney Spears.
You have a phone?
For the most misguided franchise kickoff since the Dark Universe cast photo. Because Sony will stop at nothing to make the Spider-Man villain universe happen.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a minute. Okay. And very apt comparison to the Dark Universe. You know, the Mummy was announced. It's like, oh yeah, it's going to be the first in a line of, horror monster movies and all that. And obviously that didn't work. So again, like right here, we see the scene from Amazing Spider-Man 2 where I still don't know. I can't remember who that is. If that was supposed to be Norman actually alive, or I can't remember who that dude is supposed to be. But anyways, like I say, you see Doc Ock's tentacles, you see Vulture's wings.
Even though they've been trying long enough for Peter Parker to pay off his student loans, should have stuck with the first.
And I think supposedly there was something about Venom in there. But anyways, yeah, and this whole Sony Spider-Man-less Spider-Verse, I guess they're trying to make again. First, of course, we have Venom, which I enjoyed Venom. Let There Be Carnage, not as much. Because, I mean, again, I thought we were going to get Carnage. Morbius, which, again, I hold that first half of Morbius is not terribly bad. It's just, the second half is just like, what were y'all thinking? And then the scene with Michael Keaton at the end, trying to tie it together. I mean, not only does that not make logical sense within, the connection to Spider-Man No Way Home, but that aside, still is just kind of like whatever. And I believe Michael Keaton has been said that he didn't even really know what was going on for that. He was like, wait, what? But anyways, whatever. But yeah, and then of course we never got Silver and Black, the Silver Sable Black Cat movie. So, it's just like, well, neither did we get on May, thank God. But, again, they've been obviously building towards this. Then there is this piece of crap, and we have Craven coming out. So, I mean, I think Madam Web was probably going to be kind of isolated, whereas I could see, of course, Venom, Morbius, Craven would have probably, they tried to do a Sinister Six type thing, whatever. But yeah, just and again, from what I've heard, or what the actresses have kind of reported, I guess they were kind of sold that one, this was MCU, which obviously it's not, and then two, that this was supposed to be basically the beginning of a possible franchise. So that's why we only see a little bit of action and the actual superhero suits without any explanation as to their powers in the future, other than they have powers, they get powers. They'll have powers when they're grown up. It's and yes, I remember seeing the Spider-Man ride a dinosaur thing, which I thought then was like, what?
First idea. That sounds like peak cinema. Starring Limp Johnson. Hello, Sydney. I'm a computer. Tony Pigeon. Do you think a depressed person could make this? Barefoot Contessa. Peter Parker picked a proper parent. Laura Soft. The fact that this movie might actually save someone's life one day.
You want to go like 2 inches down, and you want to keep a rhythm like a heartbeat.
The fact that this movie might get a forest burned down one day. Hack the Planet. How we all feel about the future Sony team-up movie.
The best thing about the future, it hasn't happened yet.
And one weird trick bad directors use for awesome shots. Barking spiders. Well, I guess the other big reveal is that Peter Parker's whole shtick is stolen from native Peruvians. Boom. Canceled. Hey, Screen Junkies, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is out now. Since it's...
Yeah, that... Just terrible. Just freaking terrible. But again, I don't know. I'm tempted to watch it again in the terms of seeing other people's reactions to just how bad it is. That's the only way I really see watching this movie again. I started to do it for, the real rejects watch along, but that got interrupted. I mean, I'll finish it later. But yeah, other than maybe seeing one or two other people reacting to it, I don't know if I'm ever going to watch this movie again because it's just so fucking bad. But anyways, that is my reaction, secondary reaction, because again, I, like a dumbass, I had the mic off when I did it the first time. As always, feel free to share, subscribe. Feel free to give me a like if you like my content. Hit that notification below if you subscribe so you know when I drop something new. And feel free to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of the honest trailer for Madam Web. Did you see Madam Web? And do you think they did it justice? for how crappy it is. Have you not seen Madam Web? And this just further cements your thought on whether you want to watch it or not, or whatnot. Just let me know. As always, thanks for watching.